So right now I'm just going through my Billy Mark's Dojo video, and I'm just looking for like some good clips that would go well for today's tutorial. How to do mid-air fighting, Lego stop motion. Welcome to today's tutorial. Welcome everyone, Isaiah Good here with another Lego stop motion tutorial. So for those that didn't see the last Lego stop motion tutorial video, I'd recommend to go and check it out because I give a lot of basics on Lego stop motion fighting. Click right up here and you can get a lot of great tips for Lego stop motion and fighting. Like I've mentioned in my past tutorials, always wear a black shirt. That will reduce reflection in your Lego set since Legos are so reflective. Block out all natural light and then light your set very well with controlled lighting like this, what I've got here. So I'm going to be giving you guys a tutorial of an advanced fight sequence which involves some mid-air jumping. So because there's going to be some mid-air jumping and some clearance from the ground, you want to make sure your sets are built pretty tall. Now this set is actually a lot shorter from the original Billy Mark's Dojo. This is just a miniature mock, something that I can use to demonstrate in today's tutorial. So before beginning or even beginning any kind of fight stop motion film, you want to get your choreography written down or have an idea of the actions that your minifigure is going to be taking. It makes doing this stop motion a lot easier if you've got some kind of plan before you begin. So in Billy Mark's Dojo, that first fight sequence where the two minifigures jump in mid-air and punch, hit, kick, punch. Before filming that, I had to sit down and think through of how I could begin the fight and make it a very attention-grabbing sequence with a lot of camera movement, a lot of camera changing, and just real fast. That will grab the attention of the audience. Whenever you're doing stop motion, I find that it is always better to move the set rather than the camera. And when I imagine the scene, I imagine the camera panning quickly around the subjects. So I'll now go ahead and set up the minifigures. And I'm going to be using these 1x4 bricks to prop up the minifigures. And really, you can use anything. It doesn't have to be Legos. It just needs to be something that will securely hold the minifigures up for this mid-air jump. Alright, so these two minifigures are going to come in at a close distance from one another. So I'll go ahead and move them like this.
Remember to set your camera to 4K for in-post zooming.
Also, one good thing to remember when doing a fight stop motion film is kind of play out the actions in the fight actions that the minifigures are making in realistic movement. So for a punch, like in real life, we don't just go like this. Maybe some people do, but like if I want to give a punch the most power I can, I would use body rotation. This arm would probably go back. So many times when I'm in the process of doing their frame by frame movement, I often like step away and just do a few practices what would look realistic, and then I try to analyze it in my mind and apply it to the minifigures actions. And one thing that I learned on the Billy Mark's Dojo film is taking off their arms and then sticky tacking it back on. That will give you a lot more freedom with movement of their arms. So I already know right now I'm gonna have his left arm come up and do a punch at Billy Mark's face. So this right here would represent a picture. A lot of times in the scenes, I didn't even have the brick showing in the frame because I cropped it. I actually zoomed it. So one thing that I do is I'd look at the position that these bricks are in. I'd remove them and then take a picture like that. So the frame where they are removed is called the clean frame. That will serve as our background picture for when we mask out the bricks. So then I'd begin moving them in. Rotate his body, looking at Billy, move the arm, right arm back, same with Billy. So next is camera movement, which is rotating the set. So normally on my screen I would have something that's called onion skin, which is seeing a transparent version of the frame before over top this frame. And I would rotate just like this. And because the camera is moving at a great speed, you don't have to worry about moving it very, very slightly. Think of it this way, the more you move it, the faster it's going to be. We want a fast panning shot, so that's how it's going to be. That there would represent a frame, and then you would remove the figures. Move them closer in, rotate his body, right arm up, left arm back, and then rotate the set. So now it'd be time to take my raw footage into my editing program and do some effects. So Final Cut Pro X is a program I use to edit all my films. Okay, here I am inside Final Cut Pro X. So basically this is the shot I was given a tutorial on. And these quick cut shots normally run to about 10 to 7 frames, which is not even half a second. I'll go ahead and show you the raw footage. So basically what I did is I just pulled down this into the timeline. Now I showed you guys how to film a moving fight scene where you can mask out the bricks in post. So for this, I'm going to just crop it. We won't even see these bricks. So the main idea here is to have the camera track his fist, basically. I'll go ahead and put a keyframe on position. I'll then move over to where his fist meets his opponent, right about here. I'll then drag the position of the camera, move it over to here, which gives us something like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and compound this clip. The reason why I'm compounding this clip is because I'm going to go ahead and add letterbox. And the reason why I want to add letterbox is because anytime you see a movie, they always have letterbox, and it always gives a more cinematic look to your film. So I'll go ahead and now add this custom color grading filter I made that already has letterbox. Awesome. If you guys would like to know how to mask out those bricks in post, I've got 2 tutorial videos that I did years back. Here's one of them. Click right up here if you would like to check that out. I'll also have the other one in the video description. And that about wraps up this video. I will be coming out in the future with a tutorial on doing sound effects. Let me give you guys a sneak peek of all the layered sound effects I have in just this one sequence. Ooh, lots of layering sound effects. So sound effects is not a simple thing to do, it's very involved. Subscribe and click the bell if you do not want to miss that video. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought. I have Facebook and Instagram all linked below, and if you guys would like to get some custom Lego sets, I have my own website, brickbuildtime.com. If you guys enjoy my work and would like to help support me in what I do, I have Patreon linked below. It really helps me get high quality videos out for your enjoyment. And that is about it for today. We're working on the next Billy Mark film. Goodbye.